In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the best kids face mask. These are also great for back to school or for your kids to use anytime.
Welcome to the Learn to Sew Academy channel. Please remember to subscribe. Thank you.
For this project, you're going to need any fun fabric of your choice. You'll also be needing a scissors, measuring tape or ruler, a fabric marker, 2 pieces of 10 inches long elastic. This one I'm using is a 0.25 wide elastic. It's a 1/4 inch wide elastic, but we need a length of 10 inches for this project. And you're going to be needing beads for the stopper. First step is take your 12 by 7.5 rectangle, and what I'm going to do is at the edges I'm going to measure 1.5, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to fold this in. I'm going to turn it in as little as I can. I'm just going to turn it in twice, and I'm going to sew it between these two gaps here. You're going to see why we're doing this as we proceed, and I'm going to do likewise on the other side as well. So we just go to the sewing machine and we just fold it in twice like that, and then I'll sew it. The reason why we're sewing from this end to this end is to reduce the bulkiness at the end here when we start to do our pleats, because we're going to be putting a filter pocket in this mask. So not sewing this all the way to the end helps to make the fabric lighter over here when you start to join it. So that is why we only join this from here to here. Now you fold this into two, hold it in place with some pins, and then measure 2 inches from the end, and you mark that. Then 2 inches from the other end. Now you go to the sewing machine and you're just going to sew from that point where you marked all the way to the end. You're going to go back to the other side too. You sew from that marking all the way to the end. Now when you do your sewing, you use about 1/2 inch and you just sew that across to the end. Now we want to iron this. We want to open it up like that, and we just give it a press with an iron. I'm spreading out this edges to make it easier when we start sewing, so that we don't have too much bulk at that edge. Now fold it such that you have 1.25 inches from the top here to where your joint is. I'm aiming for 1.25. You can also make your filter pocket to be in the middle, so it's just a preference, but I'm going to make it to be at the top here. Next, we want to make an adjustable strap for this. The adjustable strap is very good for a kids mask because then you are able to adjust it to fit the kids' hair. It's very good because it also makes it more versatile, meaning that you can use it for different age groups. This mask is going to fit ages 6 to 12 years old, and using this adjustable strap will further help to make this mask fit better depending on what age. You just need to adjust the strap to make sure it fits well. I discovered that using the 1/8 elastic was too small for my 9mm bead, so I'm using the 1/4 wide elastic for this project. So the first step is you pass it through like that, as I've done, and the next step is you want to pass both of this through the bead, and it's better to do it one at a time. So what the bead here does is it stops this other bead from sliding all the way out. And it's good to use an elastic that is not too small for this hole, because that way it causes some kind of friction and it stops the elastic. It stops the strap from moving beyond how you want it. I decided to use a blue one so that you will see it better. So I slip the first one in and then I'm slipping the second one in. And I'm just simply folding my elastic in the two so that I'm able to pass it through the hole. When you pass this through, you want to make sure that the elastic is not twisted, that it's laying flat like you can see here. Next is to now insert this into the fabric. So you just want to go like that, hold that in with a pin, and you take the other end and you hold it in with a pin as well. You do likewise on this end as well. So the next thing to do now is to go to the sewing machine and just sew across like that. You can use like 1/4 of an inch. You just sew it across. When you get to the beginning, you want to do a reversing stitch. You want to go over that like twice just to make sure that this holds firmly, because this is where the pressure is going to be as you wear the mask. So you want to go over that and then you sew all the way to the end and you close that up too using a reversing stitch, and you do likewise on the other side. Now using this opening right here, we're going to now turn this right side out. And you just want to push out the edges as much as you can. So next is now to iron this and to show you how to pleat it. To make the pleats, you can either do 4 pleats like I've done here. I have 4 pleats here. Or you can do 3 pleats. So what you'll do if you're making 3 pleats, you need a measurement of 1 inch from the edge. Fold it over for about 1/2 inch. That's what the fold is going to be. 1/2 inch. Pin that. Come to the other side and do exactly the same thing. I can eyeball it, but you can also measure it just to be sure you're doing the right thing. So there you go, 1 inch, and you fold by that same 1/2 inch. As you do your pleat, you want to make sure you iron it so that that holds your pleat in place. Hold with a pin. Do another 1 inch. Again, you fold it by about 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. Hold it with a pin. You do likewise on the other side. Like so. And you can also put them together like that just to make sure they equal, that they're the same at the ends. That's another way you can make sure you're making them align properly. So I'm gonna hold it with another pin right here. And you just want to give your pleats a good press. Now, if you wanted to do 4 pleats like I did here, what you're going to do is you're going to measure. The first one will be 1 inch, like that. The next one will be 1/2 inch, and then the third one is 1/2 inch as well. So that will give you the 3 pleats that we have here. And this right here is the filter pocket where you put your filters. And we have our adjustable strap right here. So the last thing we're going to be doing here is to stitch this in the sewing machine all across like that. Then we're going to also stitch it all across like that on the sewing machine. And this completes this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to leave this video a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Please click the subscribe button right now, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you. And also please don't forget to share our videos. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.